Welcome to Becca's Bold Blurbs, quick and radical perspectives on living sober by getting the nonsense out of your noggin so you can get on with living this one wonderful life you've been given. Let's get to it. We're back. It's blurb time. Today I'm going to talk to you about changing the way you pray. Now, this I hesitated on because I am not an expert in prayer in the sense that, I didn't go get training on prayer. I'm just going to share with you my experience. But then I realized that's pretty much more or less what I do anyway, with the exception of my experience with others, my experience in my training. But in prayer, here's what I think. Here's what helped me on my journey to sobriety. So first of all, the question becomes, do you pray? I didn't used to pray. Now I pray. I really like praying. I think it's a very personal thing, though. And I would never tell anyone how to pray or that they should pray or who they're praying to, right? It just gets messy. So I'm always hesitate to talk about this. Your conception of God and different faiths and all that stuff. It's not what I'm talking about today. I want to talk about how we can use the concept of prayer to advance our sobriety by changing it from an ask to gratitude. So that's how I got more up to the point where I enjoy prayer. I do it every day, and it feels right to me. So when I was growing up, I was told that we could pray for stuff we wanted. We ask for stuff in prayer. That's, ask for help or ask for, right? That prayer is an asking. But I would like to propose to you the idea of, instead of asking, just simply saying thank you for what you have, or even, and here's the kicker, what you want. So what if in prayer we go in, instead of saying, I really need your help, what if we said, thank you for your help? Right? That just it changes everything. Here's the reason that I started doing this. I found that when I went in prayer and asked for help, let's just stay with help, right? Because we ask for lots of things in prayer, but let's just go with help. And it could be for anything, right? Of course, we'll specify, but just say help. So I go in and I close my eyes, or however I do it, and I say, help me, which I did a lot because I was dying from alcoholism, right? Help me, help me, help me. I'm laying in bed in the morning. Oh, help me, right? I was praying. I wasn't sure who to at the time, but right? And then I learned that I could instead assume that I was being helped, right? So I'm just like, wait, I am being helped. So instead of saying, help me, I started saying, thank you for helping me. And what this does is instead of turning me it turns me from a beggar to someone way more confident, someone with a sense of expectation. That's what I liked about it. It was like, well, I'm just going to assume you are helping me, that you got my back, that this is happening, that because I want sobriety and I want a happy life and I'm just going to assume that you got my back, you're doing your part. And so instead of saying, oh my God, help me, I'm going to say, thank you for helping me. And then what happened when I did that was I automatically started looking for signs. And so when a person would show up in my life who was very kind and very helpful, which there were a lot of helpful people, especially in my early sobriety when I first started saying, okay, I'm asking, I need help, and then people showed up and started helping me, I started assuming that they were sent to help me. I started assuming this is the help I was asking for. It has arrived, right? Like in 218, when my life fell apart after that 8-day blackout, and I ended up in a treatment center, and there was people there, people trying to help me. It occurred to me that this was the help I had been asking for. I was begging for help. I don't like begging. I don't think begging's great, but I was, because I didn't know what else to do. So when we say, and we could write it down in our journal, or we could say it or think it or whatever, instead of asking, we can just assume that we're going to get what we need, and that the God that, whatever our understanding of God is, knows what we need. I'm going to assume that this universal intelligence is smarter, knows stuff, right? And so I might think I know what I need, but maybe this universal intelligence, God, whatever you want to call it, knows even better than I do what I need, and then sends it on over. And half the time I don't even recognize it. I'm walking along going, oh, why is that person there? Well, that's the help you asked for. You just don't recognize it because it's not how you would have done it. But you don't know what you need because you're an alcoholic who's a mess right now. So just take the help that's in front of you, and lo and behold, it worked. So I would like to suggest to you today that you try turning your prayer from an ask to a thank you. And this can be part of a journaling practice. Just write down in your journal. And of course, really, it's kind of a sort of backwards way of asking. Not backwards, but I don't know. It's a way of asking, but flipping it over. If you want help, say, thank you for helping me. Right? And then lo and behold, you'll start looking for it. You'll start, I've ordered up some help. So, I've already said thank you. The other thing that I want to point out today about prayer, and this is just totally my own experience. Well, it's all my own experience, but I got to thinking that when I put my life, my problems in the hands of God, I'm stumbling on this a bit. Let me put it this way. When I put my problems in the hands of God, when I ask God to help me, or when I say thank you for helping me, do you know what I was doing? I would then start worrying about it and start trying to do something about it myself. I'd go, thank you for helping me with X, Y, Z, and then I would run out and try and fix X, Y, Z. Now, it occurred to me, when I go online shopping, so say I go to Amazon and I order something, or I go to a shoe store and I order shoes, or whatever. I order something online and I put the order in and I put my credit card in and I pay for it and I click send, and then I close the computer and I get on with my day. I don't wander around all day. I wonder if they're actually going to send it. I wonder if those shoes are on the way. I wonder if they put them, do you think they'll arrive? I wonder if I'm actually going to get what I ordered. I paid the money, but what if it doesn't come in? So, are they going to actually fulfill my order, or is it? I don't do that. I just assume it's coming because I put the order in. And so I started realizing that I was treating God as though he couldn't hear, he couldn't understand, or he wouldn't do, or it was somehow missed. I'm like, you asked for help. Let it go, Becca. It's on the way. It's probably already here, and you're just not seeing it because you're so busy worrying about whether or not the order has been placed, or or your gratitude was heard. Do you see what I'm saying? It's kind of absurd, right? I'm going to expect that Amazon is better at delivering than God is. So what I'm moving towards here is this big F word. We must have faith, right? If we're going to pray, then let's have faith and belief that we're being heard, that we are loved, and that we are taken care of. And then just get on with our lives knowing that we are loved and looked after. And that's why I love approaching it from gratitude instead of asking. So there it is. I just thought I'd give that to you. And maybe you want to give it a whirl. Instead of saying please, say thank you. Thank you for everything in my life. Thank you for sending the help I need. Thank you for getting me off this wine. Thank you, right? And by the way, this is an important key, by the way. You should do that even if it hasn't happened yet. So here's what I mean by that. If you were to say, thank you for helping me to stop drinking, you can assume that you're being helped to stop drinking. And that means very soon you're going to stop drinking. It might not feel like it right now. You might have tried it a million times, but it's coming. If you're still here and you're still trying, eventually you're going to succeed. I need you to know that and believe that. And when you say thank you for helping me to put down this wine once and for all, thank you. Then you just need to have faith that it is going to happen, because it is. And, I talked about this, I think it was just last week. They say that people have to try to quit smoking at least 5 times before they succeed. All you have to do is keep trying. I don't care if you've tried 2,000 times. Just keep trying. Have faith that the help is there. Say thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me to give up this wine, whatever, vodka, whatever your drink, doesn't matter. And then have faith that the help is there, and then do the best you can. Do the best you can. You do have to do your part. One way you do your part is you come and you get your blurb. Starting tomorrow, you're going to come and get your daily do, and then you're going to do it. You're doing other healthy things for yourself. You're writing down in your journal one thing a day that you love about yourself. So you're already helping yourself. You keep helping yourself. Keep that desire alive. The desire to quit must be there. You must want to quit. And you will. It will happen. The day will come when you will have your last drink. The day is coming. And if you already have, then be grateful for that, and so on and so forth. So I hope that one's helpful. It's very, very, very powerful to say thank you instead of please. It really is. I think you'll enjoy it. So give it a whirl. Don't forget, you're writing down things you love about yourself. And by the way, it occurred to me, it did occur to me that I'm already giving you dues. And the daily do doesn't start till tomorrow. And I just gave you a do for today, and I gave you a do yesterday. Uh-oh. I've been doing it all along, haven't I? Yeah, we're just going to formalize it. And if you haven't heard and you don't know what I'm talking about, quickly I'll let you know. Starting tomorrow, which will be August 1st, 2024, for those of you who are listening in the future, we are starting the Daily Do Challenge. That means that at the end of each episode, I'm going to give you a daily do. That's something to do that day that will be good for you in one way or another. And you can follow along by downloading the tracker. The link to the tracker is in the show notes. Every day you do the do, you tick it off, and when you get 30 do's in a row, you send it in. The instructions are on the tracker. Send it in, and your name will be put in a draw for a free coaching session, and you will get an honorable mention on the show, first names only. So all that is in the tracker. So really what I want to say to you is get ready, because tomorrow the daily do's are starting. And don't forget to download your tracker, which is right there in the show notes. And don't forget to be grateful, because right, you're being helped. You really are. Have faith. Know that you're getting where you want to be. Sending you buckets of love. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.